Hi guys, welcome to Teaching Languages in this section that is called Spanish for English Speakers. So this time we are going to learn the verb ser, one of the translations of the verb to be in English. And this time we are going to learn the subject pronouns and the conjugation of the verb ser this time, because the verb to be is ser o estar. But this time in this video we are going to concentrate only in the verb ser. Okay, we are going to learn how to use it and how is the different with another verb. Okay, are you ready? Well, let's start. So now we are going to check now the verb ser. This is equivalent in English to be, the verb to be. The thing is that ser is one of the translations of the verb to be in Spanish. As I said, ser is one of the translations. The another translation is estar, but it's another verb that is not the same one, ser and estar. But estar is another verb that we are going to check in another video. But today we are going to learn the verb ser. Well, the question is for you probably, well, what the heck we use ser and estar? In this case, ser is used for things or for action that is not going to change. It's something that is static, something that never or probably is going to change, but for a while it's going to change something. For example, in this moment I'm young. I say I'm young, but in the future I will be old. It's something that eventually is going to change if we use ser. Okay, and so, but we are going to learn that something, but it's for things that are not going to change anymore. The condition of that thing is like this, and it's going to change. Okay. But well, firstly, we are going to learn the subject pronouns. Well, we know that we have in English I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. Well, in Spanish, we have almost the same amount of subject pronouns. Remember, subject pronouns, like it says, is replaces, the subject pronoun replaces names. Okay, so in Spanish we have the first one that is yo, that means I. Okay, the next one is tú. With this act is called tilde, or sometimes it's called like accent. It's important to write this one, because if you don't write that, that means another thing. In this case, like this is you, okay? That is you. We have él. Él means he, okay? The same thing. It's important that you write the accent, the tilde here, because if you don't write it, you are using that like as a defined article. So be careful with that. It's very important that you learn that with accent is a subject pronoun. Is the subject pronoun he, okay? Él. That is the pronunciation. It's not very hard. The next one is ella. Okay? Ella is the feminine of él. In this case, she. And we have usted. Okay? Usted is third person as well in Spanish. Usted is the formal way in singular of tú, you. Okay? That is very formal. When you're talking probably to your boss or to your president, somebody that is very important, and you think or you feel that you're going to use that in a very formal way, you use in Spanish usted. Okay, so these are the singular subject pronouns. Okay, so now we are going to learn the plural ones. The plural ones are nosotros. Okay? But feminine is nosotras. Something that you are going to learn. Nosotros is masculine. We, that means we. But nosotras is feminine. It's something that you need to learn. The next one is vosotros. Vosotros means you, but plural in an informal way. Just for friends, when you have several friends and you get together and you say vosotros. Something that I'm going to that you need to learn about vosotros is that vosotros is used more in Spain. In the case of Latin America, well, some countries in Latin America use vosotros, but this, like for example, it's not very common to hear those things, especially in Mexico. In Mexico, anybody says vosotros. For that, we use ustedes. We replace vosotros with ustedes because in Spain, ustedes is very formal. When you have a group of people, but they are very high rank or something like that, or it's a very important person, or it's a very important people, VIP, when we use ustedes. Both are you, the plural of you. The thing is that vosotros is informal and ustedes is formal. In the case of Mexico, as I say, for example, in Latin America, ustedes, it doesn't matter if you're talking with important people or not, you use ustedes. That's in the case of Latin America, especially Mexico. But in the case of Spain, we use, they use vosotros and ustedes to differ those things. Now, feminine is vosotras. You change this one for this one, vosotras. That means feminine. Ustedes no. It doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine. You say ustedes. But when you are talking about only women in a group, you say vosotras. Okay? Vosotras. Okay? And finally, we have ellos. Okay? Ellos is they. The meaning is they, okay? But as well, you can say feminine way. Ellas. You changed O for A. Ellas. Okay? Ellas. Double L is pronounced J. Ellas. Not ellas. Okay? That is correct. It's ellas. Okay? So now we are going to learn the correct conjugation of the verb ser. Remember that ser is something that is not going to change, it's the verb to be. Okay, for example, the first one is yo soy, tú eres. It's irregular like English, change completely. Él es, ella es, usted es, nosotros somos. Vosotros seis. Don't confuse with the number 6, okay? Seis. Because with the number 6, seis, it doesn't have this tilde or accent, okay? The accent here in E, in the letter E, I, okay? So it's seis. Vosotros seis. Ustedes son. Ellos or ellas son. Okay? We have this conjugation. Something curious here is that it's something similar like English, right? Because here is with E and not with E. E, I, okay? It's from E and not with E, okay? In English it is. Here is S. That is something similar. Okay, well, now that we have this one, we are going to use with adjective. Okay, okay, because the adjective that is not going to change. For example, something that is not going to change is my nationality. Well, Something that is not going to change is where I come from. I come from Mexico. I was born here. Therefore, I'm Mexican. And it's exactly like I say. Also, you get another nationality. Your origin, your original nationality is not going to change. It's something that it's not going to change. Also, you try to hide it away, but the reality, you know that it's like this. And it's exactly like said means something that's not going to change. For example, to say I'm Mexican, you say yo soy mexicano. Yo soy mexicano. Okay? It's something that is part of me, something that's not going to change. Okay? Something that I remember that I forgot to tell you from the beginning is that in Spanish you can omit the subject pronouns and you are going to understand, yes, understandable, who is making the action. And this is not only for the verb ser or estar, it's with whatever verb. The conjugation is going to tell us who is doing the action. For example, if you say, soy mexicano, it's understandable because I'm talking about yo, okay? Where it has a conjugation. But but you can use yo only to highlight, to emphasize something. Yo soy mexicano, like to say, I am Mexican. Because if you say soy mexicano, it's like to say in English, the contraction, I'm Mexican. You know what I mean? Okay, so now we are going to use another example. So, for example, we are going to use a name. Rosario es muy bonita. Okay, es. Okay, soy. Bueno, okay. So now we are going to change where is third person. Okay, so Rosario, what subject pronoun is replaced? Check. Is feminine. It's a feminine name. Here in Mexico, it's very common that name Rosario. Okay, Rosario es muy bonita. Remember, the adjective is something that in other videos we are going to check about the declination of the adjective. It depends on the gender. Is it feminine or masculine? In this case, because Rosario is feminine, well, we use bonita. If she were masculine, well, obviously bonito. Okay. In this case, is bonita. Okay. But what from this subject pronouns is replaced? Rosario. Ella, right? Here, obviously, you're not going to say es bonita, es muy bonita. Yeah, but who? Okay, it's important that at the beginning we say Rosario. Okay, and so that ella es inteligente. We are inteligente. We continue talking about Rosario, okay? Ella. You can omit ella and just saying es inteligente. También. También means also or too, okay? Or as well. Okay. And so you can omit when you say in this case, Rosario es muy bonita. Es inteligente y también inteligente también. Okay? That means that es, we're talking about Rosario. Also, you can omit this one. And so, in saying es, we're talking about Rosario because we know whom we are talking about. Okay? Another example. For example, las niñas son Tan listas. Plural, okay? Because we are talking about plural, this adjective is plural, listas. Plural and feminine, okay? Listas. Something that we are going to learn this later, okay? In this case, it's son, and we are talking about ellas. Well, here is ellos, but remember, you can say ellas as well, like feminine. So we're talking about las niñas son tan listas. Listas means clever, smart, okay? That is listas, listo, okay? So, also listas, it could be ready as well, but not in this case. In this case, it's not ready. The translation is smart, okay? As I say, we use ser something that is not going to change, or probably is going to change, but probably in a while. But it's possible to use the verb ser, yes. For example, probably now we have a house, for example, la casa es roja y grande. Sorry for that. Okay? La casa es roja y grande. The house is red and big. Okay? Es, the verb to be. That means that now is roja. But the color is going to change. The color probably is going to change, but not immediately. Probably in 5 years or 10 years it's going to change to another color. But yeah, it's acceptable. But grande probably is something that's not going to change, at least that it has a modification. For example, to make another to shorten or to make them big one better than this big. Okay, you know what I mean? So it's something that is not going to change in a short term. It's something that is going to change probably in the middle term or a long term. You know what I mean? So for example, Teresa es joven. Yeah, that means Teresa is young. Yeah, Teresa is joven, but right now, probably in the future, it's going to change. Well, in the future, we know that's going to change. In the future, probably in 60, probably she's, I don't know, 20 years old, she's young, it's joven. But probably in 50 years later, she's going to be 70, she's old. In that moment, you can say Teresa es vieja. Okay? Well, so that is one of the examples. Now we are going to check another section where you are going to answer with the conjugations, okay? And so are you ready? Well, let's continue in the next section.
Okay, so now we have some activities here to practice. And so now we are going to start in the part number 1 where you say audio y oral. Okay, that means listen and speaking. Part A, escucha y repite. Listen and repeat. In these first pictures, we are going to read this conversation and you're going to listen and repeat, okay? If you need to pause the video, you can do it.
Hola, soy Lisa Silva.
Hola, soy Enrique Sánchez. Mucho gusto.
Igualmente.
Okay, we have now the part B. En pareja practica el diálogo. In pair practice the dialogue. Okay, part B. So after that you are going to practice only that. Part C. Ahora di quién eres. Now say who you are. So in this part you are going to replace the names in the first picture and you are going to put your name and the name of the person that you are going to practice, okay? So that is optional if you want to do it with somebody else. En part D said, lee y escucha, read and listen, okay? We are going to start with the picture number 1, conversation number 1 here.
¿Eres del número 2?
Sí. ¿Eres del número 1?
No, soy del número 3. Te veo luego.
Adiós.
Now we have to practice conversation number 2, okay? Listen, read and listen, okay?
Hola, Enrique. ¿Eres de mi clase?
Hola. Perdón, ¿cuál es tu nombre?
Soy Lisa. Lisa Silva.
Disculpa.
Lisa Silva.
Oh, cierto.
Okay, now we have the last activity. It says, escribe frases con soy, eres, es, etc. en forma positiva. Write phrases with soy, eres, es, etc. in positive way. Okay, we have number 1. Elsa y Tomás, chilenos. Okay, so now you are going to use the verb to ser, but Elsa y Tomás are equivalent in the subject pronouns like hechos, right? So that means that the conjugation is son. Elsa y Tomás son chilenos. Okay, number 2 says, usted muy amable. We need the verb to ser, right? Conjugated by usted is, right? Usted es muy amable. Remember that. Esa mesa de cristal. Okay, that's a thing. Is first person. So that means that the conjugation is, right? Esa mesa es de cristal. Okay? Cristal means glass, okay? Mi hermano y yo, 2 people, that include me. That means that is nosotros, why? We. So, what is the conjugation of nosotros? Somos, okay? Mi hermano y yo somos morenos. Morenos means brown, okay? Number 5, vosotros muy alegres. We need the conjugation of vosotros. What's the conjugation? Is seis. Vosotros seis muy alegres. Okay, number 6, esos pantalones is plural. Pantalones is the subject, so that is replaced by ellos, right? What is ellos? What is the conjugation of ellos? Son, right? Okay, so therefore esos pantalones son de lana. Okay, number 7, ese libro de Marta. Okay, we need is singular, third person, therefore is, right? Ese libro es de Marta. Okay, number 8, ustedes. Ustedes is plural, so therefore is son, right or not? Okay, ustedes son muy altos. Well, that is it for this video. So now I ask you please to give me a like and to subscribe if you are new here, and share this video to your friends and family who are learning Spanish like you as well. So that is it. Bye bye. Adios.